When you look at my signature and you look at her signature on my deliverables, that shit say sex tape number 1, sex tape number 2, and guess what? The third sex tape or the second they've been trying to play me on, that shit called Santa Barbara sex. Her mama made us go shoot it for safety. She watched the motherfucker and said, hey, we're gonna go with the first one because the first one is better. It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do. But you watched it?
I flew home last night. And he came back this morning. I want to show you guys what he got me. Gorgeous.
Oh my God.
I want to show you guys what he got me. He got me all of the sex tapes.
Now wait a second. Did RayJ just trap himself in a situation he can't escape with the Kardashians? And what is this terminal situation people keep whispering about? Things are starting to look real serious, and not in a good way. Reports have been spreading that both Brandy and their mother, Sonia, are feeling completely heartbroken, saying RayJ might not have much time left, and that alone has people shook. RayJ recently made it clear he's done staying quiet and protecting the Kardashian image. He started speaking out, dropping details about what really goes on behind closed doors, and it's been messy ever since.
27 is definitely a wrap for me.
No, don't say that, brother. Don't say that.
That's what the doctor
No,
said.
the doctor. No,
All right,
don't say
fuck
that.
them.
Because when you say that, you're confirming what the doctor
that's
said.
what Jay said. I don't.
But here's where things take a darker turn. Ever since he began exposing things, his life hasn't been the same. First, his money situation started looking shaky, and now people are raising eyebrows about his health too. That's not something you can just ignore. Now Brandy is stuck asking questions that nobody seems ready to answer. Is all of this just some terrible coincidence, or did RayJ step into dangerous territory by going against one of the most powerful and connected families in Hollywood? Because let's be real, the Kardashians don't play when it comes to protecting their name. RayJ has always been known for drama. That's nothing new. There's always something going on around him, some kind of chaos or headline. But even for him, this situation with Kim Kardashian feels like it's spiraling way too far out of control. Things aren't just messy anymore, they're getting serious. At one point, RayJ got hit with a lawsuit from Kim and her mom, Kris Jenner, after he started revealing things they clearly didn't want out in the open. That alone tells you how intense this situation has become. And now, with everything stacking up, his finances, his health rumors, and the legal pressure, it's starting to look like he may have pushed things further than expected.
When you look at my signature and you look at her signature on my deliverables, that shit say sex tape number 1, sex tape number 2, and guess what? The third sex tape or the second they've been trying to play me on, that shit called Santa Barbara sex. Her mama made us go shoot it for safety. She watched the motherfucker and said, hey, we're gonna go with the first one because the first one is better. It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do. But you watched it?
That lawsuit didn't just come out of nowhere. It hit right when RayJ started getting more specific with what he was saying, and that timing raised a lot of eyebrows. He wasn't just making random claims anymore, he was pointing to moments, conversations, and situations that made people stop and really listen. And that's when things started getting uncomfortable for certain people. RayJ made it seem like there was way more control behind the scenes than anyone realized. He suggested that certain narratives weren't accidental, that things were planned, shaped, and carefully managed to protect a very polished image. That alone had people questioning everything they thought they knew about the situation. Because if even part of that is true, then the story everyone's been told for years might not be the full picture. But pushing that kind of narrative comes with consequences, especially when you're dealing with people who have serious influence. The Kardashians didn't build their empire by letting things slide, and this legal move made it clear they were ready to defend their name at any cost. It wasn't just about clearing things up, it felt like a message, loud and clear.
I had none of that. I never had none of the sex tapes in my hand. Ever in fucking life. They never been in my hand. Never. You guys depressed me.
I'm sorry.
And y'all hit me in the heart.
No, I'm sorry.
Because all I think about is my daughter and my son.
I get it.
And what they got to go through in life, man. Think about it.
No, yeah, being a father, how does that shift how you think about the public narrative around you and also your past?
Suicidal.
Man.
Yeah. It's unconventional. Like, because I love my daughter so much. How would she ever think of me like that?
Right.
Like, it kills me.
At the same time, RayJ didn't back down like some expected him to. Instead, he doubled down and kept talking, which only made the situation more intense. Every time he spoke, it added another layer, another detail, another reason for people to start picking sides. Some believed he was finally telling the truth, while others thought he was going too far and stirring things up for attention. And right in the middle of all this, his personal life started looking unspell. The financial issues started making headlines, and people began connecting dots, even if nothing was confirmed. Then came the health concerns, and suddenly this wasn't just about drama anymore. It started feeling heavier, more serious, and honestly a little unsettling. Things really took a wild turn when RayJ started hinting that he wasn't just talking for attention. He claimed he had bigger plans in motion. He suggested he was working on a documentary to expose the family, laying out details he believes people were never supposed to hear. And then it got even more intense. He implied he had been in contact with federal authorities, trying to build something major against Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner. He even compared the level of seriousness to cases that shocked the world, which instantly had people reacting like, wait, what? That's not a small statement at all. Now let's be real for a second. The Kardashian family is known for taking legal action quickly and aggressively. Anyone who's followed their history knows they do not sit back when their name is on the line, and RayJ knows that better than most. That's why people are confused. Why would he go this far knowing exactly what could come back at him? It feels like he's either extremely confident in what he's saying, or he's reached a point where he doesn't care about the fallout anymore. To understand why this is so explosive, you have to go back to where it all started.
Federal RICO though on KK and Chris.
I would choose that one.
Ooh, the federal
Brand
RICO
stuff.
I'm about to drop on Chris
Me personally,
and
I
Kim
think it's
is about to be crazy.
What about this?
I'm talking about, I'm on the news every day like, yeah.
That hella good.
Meaning like I'm gonna say a lot of shit, but
Got a little bounce, you know, you walking, your shit would be. Anybody that shoot a video?
if anybody know Kim and cool with Kim, they need to tell her now. The rain is coming, the feds is coming.
Hey, right.
The feds is coming. It's nothing I can do about it. It's worse than Diddy.
RayJ and Kim Kardashian's relationship became a global headline after a private tape of them leaked and spread everywhere. That moment changed everything overnight. Kim and her family went from being relatively unknown to dominating the internet and stepping into a whole new level of fame almost instantly. That situation opened doors that kept building into the empire people see today. Over time, the public narrative painted Kim as the victim, while RayJ was framed as the one who crossed the line. Whether he agreed with that story or just stayed quiet to avoid more chaos, RayJ didn't really speak up back then. He let that version of events sit out there for years without fully challenging it. But when someone feels boxed in for too long, eventually they start pushing back. And now it looks like RayJ is done holding anything in and is finally saying what he believes really happened. Things get even more intense once RayJ opened that door because there's no turning back. Every new claim he made seemed to go further than the last, and people started watching closely to see just how far he was willing to take it. It wasn't just about clearing his name anymore, it felt like he was trying to completely flip the story that's been accepted for years. He began suggesting that the public had only been shown a carefully controlled version of events. According to him, decisions were made behind the scenes that shaped how everything played out in the media. That kind of claim hits different, because it makes people question what was real and what was strategically presented. And once those doubts start creeping in, it's hard to ignore them. At the same time, reactions were split right down the middle. Some people started backing RayJ, saying it was about time he spoke up after staying quiet for so long. Others weren't buying it at all, saying his timing felt suspicious and that he was reopening old drama that should have been left alone. Either way, one thing was clear. This situation had everyone talking again, and not in a calm way. What made things even heavier was how fast everything seemed to escalate around him.
Yeah, playing motherfucking games with me. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is that, hit me with the light. What's crazy is that, like, I'm supposed to be on vacation. I'm in the Dominican Republic, but I'm looking at somebody mama lying and just really just laughing at niggas like, you're gonna try to crush my career, make me look stupid when you know you was the mastermind, and then go out to dinner later and eat with your rich friend.
The legal tension, the public pressure, and all the attention started stacking up at once. People began pointing out how quickly his situation was changing, like things were unraveling in real time. And when you mix public accusations with powerful names, it creates a situation that can spiral fast. Now, the big question hanging over all of this is simple. What happens next? Because once accusations reach this level, they don't just disappear overnight. Either something bigger comes out of it or things get shut down just as quickly as they started. And with RayJ continuing to speak out, it feels like this story is nowhere near finished. And this is exactly where RayJ finally snapped and pushed back hard. When the Kardashians launched their new Hulu show, The Kardashians, they brought up that old situation again like it was brand new drama. Kim and Kris made a big moment out of Kanye supposedly retrieving another set of tapes that someone had been holding onto. And they strongly hinted at who that someone was supposed to be. It wasn't subtle at all, and people caught on fast. The whole scene felt way too staged for a lot of viewers. It looked like they were recycling a storyline that had already brought them massive attention before. Instead of letting it stay in the past, they brought it right back into the spotlight, almost like they were trying to control the narrative all over again. And that didn't sit right with everyone watching. Then Kris Jenner took things even further by doing a lie detector test on camera, saying she had never watched Kim's tape. That moment was meant to clear everything up, but instead, it raised even more questions. Because the situation already had layers and now it felt like something wasn't adding up. Kim and Kris seemed confident this would play out in their favor again, bringing attention and sympathy like before. But this time, RayJ wasn't staying quiet. He came out swinging almost immediately, and he didn't hold back at all. RayJ responded by dropping what he claimed was proof to back up his side. He said Kris had not only seen the tape, but was involved in decisions around it. He even claimed there were multiple recordings and that choices were made about which version would be released.
It's okay. No. No.
True. Of course it's true.
That's a serious accusation, and it instantly changed how people were looking at the situation. On top of that, he shared messages that he said showed Kim asking him not to speak publicly about everything. If true, that adds another layer to the story that people weren't expecting. And just like that, the situation went from old drama to a full-blown controversy, all over again. After those claims dropped, the entire situation shifted into something way bigger than just old reality TV drama. People weren't just watching for entertainment anymore. They were dissecting every detail, every statement, every piece of evidence being thrown out. It turned into a full-on public debate with opinions flying in every direction. RayJ didn't slow down either. He kept pushing his side, insisting that he had been misrepresented for years and that the truth was finally catching up. He made it clear he was tired of being painted a certain way, while, according to him, others were able to control the story without being questioned. That frustration came through strong, and it made his response feel personal, not just strategic. At the same time, the Kardashian camp stayed mostly quiet publicly, which only made things more intense. When one side is speaking loudly and the other isn't saying much, people start reading between the lines. Some took the silence as confidence, while others saw it as avoiding the situation altogether. Either way, it kept the spotlight locked in place. Fans and critics alike started digging up old clips, interviews, and moments, trying to piece together what really happened back then. Suddenly, things people ignored before were being re-examined under a completely different lens. And once that kind of attention starts, it's hard to control where the conversation goes next. What really stands out is how fast everything escalated once RayJ decided to speak openly.
They will not silence me. I cannot be silenced from in no which way and form, dog. These motherfuckers think they can silence us.
For years, this topic sat mostly untouched, but now it's louder than ever. The tension, the accusations, and the unanswered questions are all stacking up. And with both sides having so much influence in history, this isn't something that's going to fade quietly. If anything, it feels like the story is still building, with more twists possibly waiting to come out as people keep watching closely. RayJ didn't stop there either. He went on to claim that the Kardashians actually tried to buy his silence at one point. According to him, there were efforts to keep him quiet, but now that he has kids, he says he can't afford to stay silent anymore. That added a whole new layer to the situation, because now it's not just about old drama. It's about what he believes is protecting his family and his name. From that point on, RayJ kept speaking out harder than ever, calling things out in a way he hadn't before. But then came the legal move that seemed to hit him right where it hurts the most. Once that lawsuit dropped, everything shifted again, and people online started throwing around wild theories, even calling it some kind of Kardashian curse playing out in real time. That idea spread fast, even if not everyone believed it. Now forget the rumors for a second. What's actually clear is that RayJ has been under serious pressure since getting pulled into court. His ex, Shyla, even spoke out, saying he's been extremely stressed trying to deal with everything. Legal battles like that aren't cheap, and it sounds like the costs have been stacking up fast. Between lawyer fees and everything else, it's reportedly been draining his finances in a big way. On top of that, his income hasn't been as stable as expected. There were hopes that streaming and other ventures would bring in steady money, but things haven't fully worked out the way he planned. And when you combine financial stress with legal pressure, it creates a situation that can spiral quickly.
27 is definitely a wrap for me.
No, don't say that, brother. Don't say that.
That's what the doctor
No. The doctor. No, don't say that. Because when you say that, you're confirming what the doctor
that's
said.
what Jay said. I don't
No.
But it didn't stop at money problems. Things took a scary turn during a live performance. RayJ was on stage, reportedly trying to earn and stay active, when he suddenly collapsed in front of the crowd. That moment shocked everyone watching because it showed just how serious things might be getting behind the scenes. That moment on stage changed everything, because now this wasn't just talk, rumors, or online. Back and forth anymore. Seeing RayJ collapse in front of a live crowd made the situation feel real in a way that hit different. People immediately started asking what was really going on behind the scenes because something clearly wasn't right. Reports started spreading fast, with some saying he was dealing with extreme exhaustion, while others hinted at deeper health concerns. Nothing was fully confirmed, but the timing had people raising eyebrows. All of this was happening while he was under heavy legal pressure and financial stress, and it painted a picture that looked overwhelming. Fans began connecting all the dots: the public fallout, the lawsuits, the constant tension, and now his health scare. Whether those things are directly connected or not, it created a narrative that was hard for people to ignore. The conversation quickly shifted from drama to genuine concern, with many wondering if he had been pushed too far. At the same time, those close to him started speaking, more carefully, choosing their words while still making it clear that he needed support. It wasn't about picking sides anymore for some people, it was about making sure he was okay. That kind of shift says a lot about how serious things started to feel. Meanwhile, the silence from the other side only made the situation feel even heavier. With so many claims, reactions, and unanswered questions floating around, people were left trying to figure out what was fact and what was speculation. And when there's no clear response, the noise only gets louder. Right now, everything around RayJ feels uncertain. His health, his legal situation, and his next move are all up in the air. And with so much attention locked onto this story, whatever happens next is going to have people watching closely, waiting to see how this all unfolds.
But my point is, and RayJ hates to hear me say this, but I'm gonna say it. With all of the hoopla about it being RayJ and people trying to blame him, did you see him on the cover of Playgirl?
No, she got her jump off from it. But we love it.
Did you see him in the centerfold of Playgirl? Okay, so I think that the question should be directed elsewhere. Okay.
During that performance, fans immediately started speculating, and knowing RayJ's history, many thought he might be faking it just to grab attention for his streaming platform. But then his mom stepped in and confirmed things were way more serious than anyone expected. RayJ had actually collapsed on stage and was rushed to the hospital, where doctors revealed the shocking truth. He had pneumonia, which had caused severe heart failure. The reports say his heart is only functioning at 15 to 25%, which is extremely low for a man in his 40s. That's not just alarming, it's life-threatening, and it explains why the collapse happened in the first place. RayJ himself confirmed the diagnosis, and his words suggested he's feeling hopeless. According to him, the doctors told him he might only have a few months left to live, which completely blindsided the public. Fans were left shocked and scrambling for answers, especially wondering how someone like him could end up with pneumonia in the first place. When you look at celebrity history, people immediately start making connections. From Brittany Murphy to Kim Porter, pneumonia has been a leading factor in sudden, unexpected deaths of stars. The pattern has fueled a lot of speculation, and now people are wondering if RayJ could be facing something similar. Brandy has weighed in, hinting that it's possible. She even tied it to the recent chaos after Kanye West publicly accused the Kardashians of serious allegations, including being sex traffickers. Those claims sent waves through the industry, and while Kim K has stayed mostly quiet, insiders say Kanye's revelations created a major risk to the brand. RayJ reportedly had to be medicated after everything came to light, showing just how much pressure and stress he's under. Between the health crisis, the ongoing legal drama, and alleged industry pressures, RayJ's situation has become both alarming and intense. Fans are left watching nervously, wondering what could happen next as his health and life hang in the balance. When RayJ started speaking out and exposing the truth, things took a dark turn almost immediately. Suddenly, he wasn't feeling well, and shockingly, he caught the same illness that had taken a toll on other high-profile celebrities who had issues with the industry. People couldn't help but notice the timing, and it raised serious questions about how far this could go. Brandy, of all people, knows the risks better than anyone. She has her own history with Kim Kardashian. Back when Kim worked for Brandy, it became clear just how far she was willing to go to chase fame. Brandy says Kim was relentless, determined to climb the ladder at any cost, and it wasn't always ethical. The situation escalated when Kim allegedly stole from Brandy to maintain a certain lifestyle. For years, Kim denied it, but the matter eventually ended in an out-of-court settlement. That history has left Brandy wary, and now, seeing RayJ caught in a dangerous situation, she admits she's genuinely scared for his life. The stakes feel much higher this time around. Meanwhile, sources claim the Kardashians have been quietly working behind the scenes, taking extreme measures to gain influence, status, and connections. According to insiders, these moves aren't small or harmless. They're calculated and strategic, designed to keep them on top no matter the consequences. With RayJ facing serious health issues, ongoing legal battles, and alleged industry pressures, the entire story has taken on a far more intense, almost chilling tone. Fans and insiders alike are watching closely, wondering how deep the drama goes and how far the fallout could reach, making this one of the most talked about controversies in years. Things get even darker when you start connecting the Kardashians to high-profile scandals. Their names reportedly came up multiple times in the Epstein files, and a survivor claimed they saw them with Ghislaine Maxwell on several occasions. It's also been alleged that the family had a personal relationship with her. Some reports even say the Kardashians used one of Epstein's victims to push business opportunities overseas, working hand-in-hand with him to expand their empire. Brandy knows firsthand the lengths Kim Kardashian could go to, and when you look at the public chatter about the Kardashians, most people don't have solid proof to back their claims, except RayJ.
A serious heart disease was when blood was pumping 15 to 20%. Blood flow was 15 to 20% to his heart. Now, anybody that knows that, they understand that that is a very serious condition. It was so scary and serious that every other word that was explained to us was, this is life-threatening.
He's the one who's actually been in the room and knows the private side of things. If RayJ decides to reveal everything he knows, it could seriously damage the carefully crafted image the Kardashians have spent years building. People online are also debating what should have happened years ago. Many say RayJ and Brandy should have let their mother take legal action against the Kardashians when they allegedly stole from Brandy. Sparing them back then may have allowed bigger issues to stay hidden. And let's be real, the Kardashians have plenty of skeletons in the closet. They're connected to almost every major name in Hollywood, so it wouldn't be surprising if there's still legal trouble happening behind the scenes. The situation is tense, and with RayJ's health, legal battles, and public revelations, it's a story that's far from over. Everyone is watching closely, trying to figure out what will happen next and who will come out on top, or survive the fallout. So, what do you think about all of this? Are the allegations about RayJ, Brandy, and their Kardashians true? Or is it just another Hollywood rumor? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Hit that bell so you don't miss the next update, because this story is far from finished, and the next chapter could get even crazier.